Hi, first graders, it's Mrs. Saul. I'm here to talk to you today about a tool that you have in your learning tool bag. And it looks like this. It is a thought bubble and a speech bubble on a stick. So this was in your learning tool bag that you picked up from school a few weeks ago. And I'm going to talk to you about how we use that tool because you're going to be using it this week, okay? So in our reading lessons, we've been talking and learning a lot about how to think about how a character feels in a story. We've talked about how you can infer how a character is feeling by paying attention to what they do in the story, how they act, paying attention to the things they say or the things that they're thinking in the story. And that helps us infer or figure out how the character is feeling in different parts of the story. So this stick can help you with that strategy. So I'm going to show you how to use it. So last week we heard the story Whistle for Willie. And in this book, you remember Peter, the boy, really wanted to learn how to whistle. So I'm going to try using my speech and thought bubble stick, or you can just call it a bubble stick, or a feeling stick, to show you how I can think about what the character might be thinking. Okay, so remember in the very beginning of the book, it said, "Oh, how Peter wished he could whistle." So when I use my stick, I'm going to hold it next to the character. Okay, maybe I'm going to say, because he's not standing with anyone here. So I think I'm going to use the thought bubble, and I'm going to say, I'm going to pretend that I am Peter, and I'm going to make up some words that I think he would be thinking here right now. If I were Peter on this page, I bet he would be thinking this: I wish I knew how to whistle. Then I could whistle for my dog. Okay? Now, by taking a moment to stop and think what your character would be thinking, that helps us figure out how they're feeling. We talked about how we thought Peter was feeling a little sad on this page because he doesn't know how to whistle. Let's try another. Okay. So in this part of the story, you'll remember, this is the second time Peter hid inside the carton and he popped up, or he started whistling, and Willie looked around to see who it was. So if I was going to use my stick on this page, I might, again, I could use my thought bubble or my speech bubble. Maybe he's even saying it out loud. Maybe this is what I think he might say if someone was nearby. Maybe he would be saying to Willie, "You heard me whistle! I can whistle! Hooray!" Do you see how I pretended that I was the character? I pretended I was Peter. So I used the word I. I can whistle! Hooray! That's what I think Peter would be saying on this page. Let's try one more. I want you to try this time. Okay. This is when Peter ran home and showed his parents that he could whistle. So I want you to try it. What do you think Peter's mom and dad are thinking on this page? Pretend you are them. What do you think they would be thinking in their head right now? Did you think of something? If you did, share it with someone who's next to you. Well, I think, remember, I'm going to pretend I'm his mom and dad, and I would be thinking, if I were them, I bet they're thinking, "Wow, Peter learned how to whistle. I'm so proud of him. He worked really hard and he learned how to do it." So friends, that is how you use your speech and thought bubble stick. And again, we use this when we are reading, so you can use it when you're reading your books on your own. We use this to stop every once in a while in a story and think, what would the character be thinking or saying on this page? This is going to help you figure out how a character is feeling. Thanks, boys and girls. Enjoy using your bubble stick. See you later.